we've done is create simulation environments that really reflect reality in the enterprise IT space.
What the simulation does, it takes the theory and then it shows it in practice.
The in-room simulations are designed to teach a range of best practices, whether that's service management through project portfolio management, cloud computing, security, even as far as business continuity.
Typically in a classroom, we are told stuff. When you go through a simulation, you are finding it out for yourself.
What we try and do is immerse the audience into a realistic business scenario and allow them to learn through the practical application of performance improvements.
So we have a business, it's underpinned by a fairly complex IT infrastructure with all the services and roles that you would expect. And we put typically between 10 to 20 people into that environment and they have to run the business.
When the buzzer starts for round one and the activity kicks in, then the audience can see very quickly that the activity you're completing in the simulation is very, very similar to some of the issues and the challenges that they experience back in the real world. The light bulbs begin to come on from a service management maturity perspective as they get into rounds 2, 3 and 4. They'll then be implementing very basic communication improvements, defining roles, responsibilities, implementing service desk functions, incident management, problem change, capacity. Then you'll be building on configuration, availability, service level management. So you're hoping to see over the 4 rounds a progression in a manner that's very similar to service improvement programs that happen within enterprise organisations.
The simulation can be used at CXO level to define strategy. It can be used by senior management who are trying to get buy-in to a particular program. It can be used within the operations team as a way of gaining momentum for a program and rolling those changes out into the organisation. And it can also be used very effectively as a way of convincing customers that solutions can actually deliver the value they claim to deliver.
The facilitator is introducing those issues and he or she has done some preparation in advance to make sure that they align with the challenges that the customer faces on a day-to-day basis. The audience are almost navigating their own way through that series of challenges in order to come to an end state, and that end state is designed to match the end state that the customer are trying to go to back in the real world.
And the experience that people have during a day of simulation is to go up the maturity curve from chaos all the way up to an optimized state where individuals really are doing a phenomenal job at delivering service to a business.
And at the end of the session, they're able to come away with a sense of ownership with regards to the service improvement program you're trying to implement back in the real world, because they have modeled and implemented something very similar. They have a clear understanding of where the organisation is trying to go and how they can get involved to help accelerate its implementation and success.